All right, here we go. Gonna start Rory McIlroy's PGA Tour, doing the single player. Looks like we're at Sawgrass, building my pro career. First round.
In the world of professional golf,
All right, skip all that.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present opening round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship.
Okay, let's pass all that.
Back over now to the fourth. Early in the round, and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here.
Alrighty, first shot.
He's gone for a little extra. Long, just met longer.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Slide.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Too much, way too much. Way too much spin. Holy Jesus.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Try that. A little much.
That was not a very good read right there.
That was a terrible stroke.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Probably not much. There you go.
Still even par for the day. Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4 though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a simple two-shotter.
All right, here we go.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker.
Oh, I thought I'd
Digs in,
power
ready
over
for the
that,
bunker
but
shot.
it's not.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Birdie try up next.
Terrible swing. It's all right. It's all right. This is just a little mover. Putt straight.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle.
Even par currently.
Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the sixth.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now he'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
Frank, the 7th hole here at the TPC Sawgrass, vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. But there's 3 pot bunkers down the right side. Just inside that last little pot bunker on the left of that, it's actually a pretty good line.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track.
Ooh, chance for birdie.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par 3s, justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is, longest of the 4 par 3s, plus it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
I like this better.
That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, you shooting me?
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important, but that's a good par given the situation.
Still tight, still close.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be.
All right. Not bad, not bad. Oh, wow. All 3, huh? I shoot 70.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present second round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4.
Wind kind of going with me.
There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
So just a little knuckle.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Can't hide the flag stick from that man. Another one inside of 5 feet. Birdie
Let it
putt
go a little
coming up.
further.
A par on this hole yesterday.
Score, baby.
So one shot closer to the lead.
What's up with my hair in the back? It's all jacked up.
Now to the 5th. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, if you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side.
All right, let's try this again. Get a little close.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can
My
hit
shit
it
is sweet.
that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Nah, I'm not liking that hill bounce.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
There we go, baby.
That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
Series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Hole number 6. I really like this hole, Frank. It's fun par 4.
Yeah, very claustrophobic tee shot, hitting through that chute to the fairway. Starts to open up, and then it sort of shrinks in again because of all the palm trees around this green. But very short par 4. So if you're good with a wedge, good chance for 3.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Starting to pile up the birdies. 5 under par for the tournament. 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one.
Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Oh,
Can't hide the flag stick from that man. Trying to make yet another birdie. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
Brooke, what's your student ID number?
And that round is done. Got some spin and short game action going on. Nice. Manslaughter here.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship.
Tied for first. All right.
Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
5 coming at me.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
All right. Another birdie.
Get the birdie.
-7, 5.
Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 under 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it. Going for a little extra.
Ooh, baby.
Took off the face. What a great shot.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Web.com Tour Championship, fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals, and this is a chance to pinpoint some of the stars of tomorrow. Guys like Tony Finau, and then there's Adam Hadwin from Canada, and there are a few others, Frank, that I know you're really impressed with.
Well, this is really where the talent's coming from, Rich. Over 400 guys on the PGA Tour have come from people that have graduated from the Web.com series, and really what we're seeing now is people from all sorts of different countries as well. And what I'm surprised about is the youth of these players. A lot of these players aren't even 21 years of age. They could still be in college, but they're so close to actually, they're on the precipice of joining golf's greatest stage.
You're talking about a player like Justin Thomas, who comes out of Alabama, or maybe Carlos Ortiz in Mexico. These guys can really
Down for par. Can't complain.
continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole, but that fairway goes to the left and it comes to the right, but they're all optical illusion. Can a ball explode?
Oh, Jesus.
That is big. I mean, really big. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards.
All right. Play the wind a little bit here. Nice shot. Nice shot.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Superb shot.
Much.
That's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
No problem.
Just continuing to play really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
Well, you come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
Hide the flag stick from that man inside of 5 feet. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh. Woo.
That finds the bottom of the cup. We'll call that a birdie. Frank, now at the 9th, this really is one of my favorite par 5s in the entire sport.
And I certainly enjoy watching people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable, but the longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2. And the reason why they start to drive more down the right now than what they used to. People used to try and go down the left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second shot.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Frank, as we watch the Web.com Tour Finals, anyone in particular you think could be a breakout star from this group, someone along the lines of a Keegan Bradley?
Well, the golfer I'm watching right now, really, Rich, was considered a prodigy at the age of 2, and a lot of people in the golf world have just been waiting for this player to come out, and I'm being one of those. Very impressed. The golf swing is excellent, touch, but even the competitive skill, that's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Safely aboard. They par yesterday. This one for birdie. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
Ball striking, driving. Pretty good so far. Still reminds me of the old Tiger Woods game. The last one I played was 2005.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present final round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship.
The old Tiger Red.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, once again, precision is so important as we look at this second shot to the 15th.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag here. You're looking at birdie, but if you miss, that big bunker on the left will swallow it up, and there's two little pop bunkers on the right. Tough to get it up and down.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. You'll love them, the birdies.
What is up with that haircut?
Frank, you're one behind. Sunday afternoon, you're trying to win one of the game's great championships. Is this a spot that you love as a competitor, the 16th hole of par 5, with a chance to make a lot of noise?
It's a spot you cannot hide from, Rich, because you know exactly there. If you haven't looked at a scoreboard, you can feel it from the atmosphere.
Alright. I feel pretty good about that.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Nice.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
Oh, that had some meat behind it.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
A little bit of hill to play with. Alright. Oh shit.
Well, Frank obviously
Shit
put
out of
too
that.
much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Just
Bullshit, it ain't.
averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck? Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. He can't believe it. Thought it was in.
Really?
Just a little tap in here.
Just a little taparoo.
Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Up by 3.
Frank, couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You could follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction to the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you stuck at a hole, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots, and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Shoveling down. Downhill. There we go.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments, the one at the top and the rest.
People always talk about
Upper
17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wood, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
So curve a little. That's right. Take that shot. I want to be on the right side anyway a little bit.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards.
Let's keep on going that way. There we go. Shit.
All in all, Frank doesn't look too bad.
Just maybe a little right of the flag.
Shit.
Just a pure strike and a perfect
Oh, you gotta
result.
remember how
He'll
to
have a good look at birdie
get the
now
spins in a
to
little bit better.
win the Web.com Tour Championship.
Level. Ooh, hell yeah. I won. Winner, winner.
Just a fantastic week of golf. Add that one to the
There we
win
go.
count.
A lot of great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.
Oh, wow. Nice. Now what do I get? Shot shaping and short putting. Nice. There we go. Won the first one. took her down.